What's going on, y'all? That boy Gam back in the building one more time, man. Tapping in. I just wanted to talk to y'all about something I had on my mind, something that happened to me back when I was living in Miami, Florida, man. So before I get into the story, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get my subscribers up, and all that YouTube stuff. So the thing I wanted to talk about today, man, was the day that I really learned that when you see the homeless people on the streets and stuff like that, man, you ever wonder how did they end up there? How did they get there? Like, if you ever, was wondering how do a person just end up like that? So I had an experience in Miami that kind of gave me a little more insight on that. And it let me really understand, like, man, you got to take care of yourself, your mental health, and don't be too afraid or ashamed to ask for help if you need it, man. That's the whole point. So what happened was I used to go to school downtown Miami, Miami-Dade College, when I was living in Miami. And at this point in my life, it was like one of the most kind of like depressing times for myself in that particular time in Miami. When I first got there, I was, I working for car detail, doing hard work basically in the hot sun, Florida sun. Then I was leaving work. I didn't have a vehicle. I was catching a bus basically downtown Miami, like a 40-minute ride there on the bus, 40-minute ride home late at night, 9-10 o'clock. I was taking classes later because I had to work early in the days, just grinding, trying to get myself established in a new place. I had just left my hometown where, my whole family, friends, I was always close with everybody. Now I'm basically alone. I'm trying to figure it out. So at that particular time, I used to leave school. I used to walk to the bus stop, which was like on the other side, across the street from there. So this particular night, I was at the bus stop and I got approached by a young guy, like, look, same age as me, around my age. He might have been like middle 20, like 25, 24, 25, maybe something like that. Dressed normal, stylish, normal guy. You wouldn't think nothing about it. You would just look at him like normal guy, young black guy. So he approached me and he started just making small talk at first, right? So then he said, like, man, you got a couple dollars or something, you can give me something to drink or something like that. And I was, at that point, I was kind of shocked. I looked at him, I'm thinking like what you homeless? Like, you asking for money? Like, I wasn't expecting it. So he was like, yeah, man, I just need something to get something to drink or whatever. And, I just been out here. My bags is there. He showed me he had like 2 duffel bags full of clothes of his belongings that was not far from us. And he was like, yeah, I came down here from California. He was from not LA, some other part of California. I can't remember. But he said, I came out here from California. I was planning on finding work and everything. And he said I had a roommate and we had problems with money. We ended up getting evicted. He said, he was like, so basically I just came out here and I just been sleeping, finding a place to sleep at night out here on the street, with my bags and stuff. And I would get up in the morning and I would go stand out and wait for the work trucks to come for painting jobs. A lot of cities, you will see like a lot of Mexican guys usually do it. They'll be standing out in a particular area waiting for, work to come. Basically, somebody pull up and be like, look, I got a painting job for y'all. Y'all want to come? I need this many guys. So he said he was doing that. And, and it was like, okay, you still trying to work or whatever. I can respect that. But it's like, man, I'm thinking like, man, but, why you didn't think about going home if it's so hard for you right out here like this, back to California? And he was like, well, I thought about it, but I don't want my family to think that I failed and I'm running back home and they were already judging me for making the move out here. And now, I want to prove to them I can do it and this and that. And I'm like, man, yeah, but it ain't worse than sleeping on the street, man. So as he's talking, he's explaining everything to me, and there were a few times in between, he would just stop and just start to stare off into space. And then he'll look at me kind of with the, you can see it in somebody's eyes, like he looked at me kind of like he forgot who I was. Who are you standing here? And I tried not to make it awkward, so I would just pick up where he left off, like, okay, yeah, and you said this, you said you was from California, and he would be like, okay, yeah, he would remember, he would continue. He did this like 3 times. So at that point, I started to think like, man, dude probably got some mental health issues. He seemed like he was a little off with that, but it wasn't like very obvious. So it just made me think like, okay, so you put all this together. He moved out here, moved out to Miami to a different place where he didn't know people. He had hard times with work. He got evicted. He got a little bit of a mental health problem, So, in the middle of our conversation, it was a guy who walked past who was clearly homeless. He looked like a typical homeless guy, older guy. And they kind of stared at each other, and the young guy said something like, yeah, go ahead on, man. Like that. And I was thinking, he was like, yeah, that's so-and-so. He caused problems out here a little bit sometimes. Most of the people cool around here or whatever, but they be tripping sometimes. So I'm thinking, man, so you getting to already know the people out here, the other homeless people. You starting to communicate with them. You starting to, So at the end of it all, I end up giving them a couple dollars. I ain't really had that much for myself at the time, but I gave him what I could, and I just told him, man, keep your head up, man, and if you need to go back home, just do that. Don't be too proud, man. And I just wish him the best, but that's all I can do for him, But it just made me think like, man, how you could just end up there, problem with work, money, you don't have any support, any help, mental health, all of that come together at the same time, and you would just start sliding. It's a slippery slope, man. You would end up somewhere you never expected. So, man, this is just a reminder. Take care of yourself, man. Don't be too proud. Know how to take a loss and bounce back. So that's all I wanted to say, man. Just wanted to share my thoughts on that. So, y'all tap in with me. My links, all my music links will be in the description. My beat page, Arcade Music Group. Y'all go subscribe to that channel too. That's all I got to say, man. Gam tapping out till next time, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.